are you so obsessed with him?
I was wondering the same thing. This message is in a response to why are you always single, Mr. DARYL Washington. Some of his comments that he's made towards transgender girls are a reference of an idiotic asshole. I mean, I'm thinking back to the Mariah song, why are you so obsessed with something that you find yourself year after year becoming bitter, tactful, tacky, and tactless with? Every month you go through an issue with these girls that you claim that you don't have much love for, but yet you chase from state to state. And from my opinion, you're not even into black trannies. So why do you always have something negative and something digestible to say towards these girls as if your opinion really matters? The reason you're single? Because you're a half-breed gay man who still haven't found the equation to understanding what it's like to be bisexual when handling and dealing with a transgendered female. Dating a whole bunch of Asian men and partly Puerto Rican dudes is not going to make you any more straight than this phone. But however, when you're dealing with black people, you can't tear them down not to build them back up, to belittle them in the end, to make yourself seem much more sequential. When in reality, you're a gay dude, homie. I mean, partly the guys that you deal with are not even transgender. They're not taking a chemical process to develop themselves into some type of gender, which considered female to the most part. They're Asian dudes that you're fucking because they're easy targets, because they go for token niggas like yourself who basically don't have a clue. Now, I'm not going to make it seem like these girls are the greatest thing since sliced bread, because we all know whatever gender you are, it can be messy. Male, female, transsexual, gay, bi, straight, asexual, whatever they call themselves nowadays. But you make all these comments about how these girls are not to be trustworthy, they escorts, but you are indeed a tranny chaser. You can't go from site to site trying to figure out passwords, looking at bitches jerking off, busting nuts, whatever the case may be, to turn around and say that you are a straight male and you enjoy trannies, but yet you only like one classification of the transgender spectrum, which is white. And that's not cool. If anything, if this was 1950s, you would have been hung. Not only that you betray your own race, but you find another race to be bigger. And I'm not going to make this a race issue, but people, when you're dealing with transgender, it's always a race issue. The tricks want the ones with the bigger cocks. The trick's going to tell the black girl she has too much surge, but go to the white ones and tell her she's more ladylike, but yet she don't even have a titty on her chest. So it's always going to be a racist issue. But I don't agree with him going off saying that basically these girls are escorts and they're not to be trustworthy, because it's females out here that escort, it's females out here that strip, it's females out here that prostitute, and you trust them just as well. So for you to classify us any more different and you classify the next genre is just a crock of bull. And I have an issue because you sit on gay websites and you proceed like you're not into this and you're not into that, but you chasing these drag queens just as much as these niggas are chasing these trannies. You're not even dating full-fledged transgendered women that's on a hormonal process. You're dating men who dress up like women and proceeding to be females by fornicating and sex with you. So if you want to tell the whole truth, why are you single? Let it be known you're single because, for one, you haven't decided whether you're really gay or straight. Coming out on YouTube telling the world that you like men that looks like women does not make you any more greater nor any less. But however, it's not going to make you greater when you downing half of a race to make another race seems better. And then on top of that, you're sleeping with the same gender. No matter what race it is, it's all the same thing, homie. But one thing I don't agree on is this transsexual thing, this escort thing. You screaming, oh, well, they escorts and they're not to be trusted. Well, tricks ain't no more trusted than an escort is. I mean, hell, you sleeping from house to house and you got about 5 kids and you married, you sucking cock and you indigesting semen and you going back and you kissing your wives and your kids like, mwah, mwah, how was your day, baby? Oh, I've been working all day. I ain't tell you I spent $300 on getting my asshole stomped in. But I ain't even mean to say that, YouTube. But it's crazy how people downplay the black trannies versus any other race. And I am myself as a black transgender woman, and I refuse to allow that to go on any further. So why am I single? I'm single because men are not trustworthy. This download syndrome thing has taken over the world, where everybody think it's okay to creep and sleep with a dude and call it something else. That's not right, homie. It's still homosexuality. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew that. So that's my process while I'm single. After 9 years sleeping with the enemy and living a double life with someone who really wasn't sure of themselves, you too would be single after a while too. That goes for any woman of any spectrum that had hardship in her life. But you're single because you haven't identified what your sexuality is. Instead of talking trash about these girls, you should embrace the homosexuality that you have gained upon, because you're getting celebrityhood off of saying you're attracted to transgender people, but yet you want to down your own culture. You got issues, dude. And whether you're joining all the perverts, all the wonky tonks, or all the weirdos, good luck, bro. You're doing a hell of a job of sending us back 100 years.